Okay, this is Steve. This is the first quarter mile of the yacht miles that we're building. And yacht miles are not about how many miles your yacht is going to travel or has traveled in the past. Yacht miles is about how many nautical miles. That would be 6,000 feet per mile. And it's plural, so miles means more than one nautical mile of yachts that you command or that are in your flotilla. And most organizations or individuals don't have a single yacht mile or even a quarter of a mile. They just have a boat or a yacht. In this case, we're going to have hundreds, and we will measure our fleet in yacht miles. And that means if you have 6,000 approximate feet per nautical mile, then to have yacht miles, which is plural, you need at least 12,000 feet. And so this first go-round is for the first quarter of a nautical mile of yachts, about 1,500 feet of yachts, which sounds like a lot if you do the math on how long boats are and how many boats it would require. But we have several 100-footers and some that are above 150 and one that's 300 feet. So it adds up when you're talking about vessels that are between 100 and 300 feet. You can get to 1,500 feet of yachts, or a quarter of a nautical yacht mile, pretty quickly. And we're going to do that in a few weeks, maybe a month or a month and a half. But our first quarter of a nautical mile of yachts is going to come in quickly. And the first quarter mile is the hardest. The second and the third and the second nautical mile are going to be more fun. They're going to be more fun. The hardest quarter mile, or the hardest tenth of a nautical mile, the first 600 feet of vessels, is what is so challenging to get past. And I've been up over 100 feet of vessels before, but I haven't reached 300 feet, and that's about to change. And so this is a quick video about what is going to make up that first quarter of a nautical yacht mile. And we're talking about, there's a video about the Sahara Oceanographer, that's 300 feet. There will be a video. I have pictures of the 100-footer that's the Queen of Sheba. I have pictures of the Kirkland, which is a ferry, that's 100 feet. And there's a number of vessels in excess of 60 feet that are coming in the next couple of weeks, including a nearly 100-foot old Army tug that's all fixed up for cruise, and a couple of other tugs that are in the 50-foot range, 40 to 50-foot range, and then some sailing vessels that are over 60 feet and over 80 feet, but not quite 100 feet. We're not going to get to the 100-plus sailing vessels until next month. Probably next month we'll see our first 100-plus foot sailing vessel. Most of the larger vessels are going to be motorized, as most of them are. There's just not that many sailing vessels beyond 100 feet or even beyond 75 feet. They get pretty rare when they get that big. And we're also looking at some trawlers that are in excess of 65 feet, several of them, in fact. So it's going to add up to at least 1,500 feet of yacht quarter miles, if you will, yacht quarter nautical miles, quarter naughty miles, because we're going to be naughty, that's with the N-A-U-G-H-T-Y, aboard the yachts in order to buy the next yachts. These yachts are going to essentially clone themselves every few days to a week. They'll produce enough revenue from the internet to make another one, and it'll be different. Maybe this time sail, maybe this time larger, maybe smaller, different purpose, or even groups of smaller mosquito fleet vessels, which are the kayaks and the ski boats and the launches and the Grady Whites and the sea breachers and the windsurfers and all of the toys that go on board the larger vessels. That's one of the reasons for the 100-plus footers, is so we can load them up with 15 different toys. We call them water toy haulers, kind of akin to what you do with a big trailer, a fifth-wheel trailer that has a big garage door in the back, and you put the motorcycles in and you put the other kinds of toys in that you're going to use when you go out on the road. Well, this is going to be on the Sound and on the coastlines of the world, raising funds for and supporting the incredibly important efforts of the ocean concerns and the land habitat defenders, and the kids that are dying again tonight. 25,000 every single night, 10 million a year. That's too many. Let's get that down. And the pets we're slaughtering, all 10 million of them, about the same as the number of kids that die every year, 10 million. Inconvenient truths. And it's a lot of work, and there's a lot of need, and the boats can raise a lot of money. And they'll be joined by the diesel pushers. They'll be joined by the islands. We're building essentially the equivalent of an island nation across the world, multiple hemispheres, north and south, east and west, different nationalities. Some may even become sovereign, where we make our own nation. And then we can go to the balls of the world. We can end up invited to the big shindigs, the big celebrations, the big think tanks like Bilderberger and, I don't know, Davos, Switzerland, and other places, the White House, and get our message out to people who matter and who want to do the same thing but really don't know how to do it with the marketing and with the internet like we do.